Hi everybody, welcome to week 4 of the Magnolia Beanie Knit-a-long. For this week, we're going to be working on the body. So we're going to do the setup round and then we're going to start the patterning section and work all the way up through that. And then next week will be the crown. So to get started, you're going to want to transfer your needles from your US 2 to your 10. So how we're gonna do that is if you have extra point stoppers, I just like to keep one on the end when I'm transferring it, just so when the stitches get closer to the end, they don't fall off. But we're just gonna pick all of them off of here. So you're gonna go in purlwise and just pick one off at a time. And since you're going from a size 2 to a size 10, they'll be a little tight on here, but that's all right. Once you go around and complete the setup round, they will loosen up. So you're just gonna do this all the way around. So when you have all of them switched over to the 10 needles, make sure you also brought over your stitch marker. We are going to increase by 17 stitches by making one approximately every 4 stitches. So how that's going to work is you're going to knit 4, make 1, knit 4, make 1, all the way around, and you just want to make sure you have a total of 85 stitches by the end. So since we moved from a size 2 to a size 10, the setup round is going to be a bit difficult just because they will be pretty tight on these needles, but just keep in mind that that will only be for the setup round, and once we get to the patterning, it'll loosen back up again. All right, so I have knit 4 here, and how I'm going to make 1. So when you kind of pull on the stitches a little bit, you'll see a horizontal bar here, right here. So you're going to pick that up with your left needle, or pick that up with your right needle, scoop it right on over the top of the left, then you're going to knit through the back loop. So you're going to put your needle in through the back, yarn over, come up and pull off. So now you've just made 1, and now we're going to knit 4 again, and then make another. So we're going to pull the stitches apart a little bit. You'll see this horizontal bar. You're going to pick that up with your right needle, put that over the top of the left needle, and then knit that stitch. So as you see as you go along, these got a lot looser here. So we are going to knit 4 again. And pull them apart, find that horizontal bar, up and over the left needle, knit through the back, pull it on off. So you're going to keep doing that all the way around. So when you get to the end of transferring your stitches onto the bigger needles, you just want to make sure that you have 85. That's really important. What I did is I stopped when I was like 10 away and counted just to see how many more I had. And if you forgot about a few, you can add them evenly in the rest of the 10 stitches. Just don't put them all right next to each other. So for the next portion, we are going to start patterning. So we're going to need our cable needle. You can slip that over. So for round 1, it's going to be C4F, purl 2, knit 9, purl 2, repeated all the way around. So if you did the cable swatch, you'll remember that to C4F, you're going to stick that in the first 2, pull it off the needle, let it hang down in front. Then you're going to knit 2. Then we're going to move these stitches back up to the top of this cable needle, and you are going to knit 2 from there. And then you're going to purl 2. And then knit 9. You can go back and count your knit stitches just to make sure you got 9. Yep, and then there are 2 purls. And then you're going to purl 2. And then we're going to repeat that. So we're going to start again at C4F. And move these, move these stitches up to the top. We're going to knit off of here. Then we're going to purl 2. And then knit 9. Then you're going to purl 2 again. And then just keep repeating until you get to the end of round 1. When you get to the end of round 1, you should be ending with a purl 2. And then we're going to slip the marker, which will start us back on round 2. So you're going to knit the knits and purl the purls. If you don't know the difference between a knit stitch and a purl stitch, a knit stitch has these V's right here. So you'll see a V coming down from the stitch, and a purl stitch has this kind of like little bump right over it. And I kind of like to think it looks like a little purl just to keep my mind straight and be able to figure it out. So the V is the knit and the little bump is the purl. So you're going to go all the way around knitting the knits and purling the purls. If it's easier for you just to kind of count around where you should knit and purl, you should be knitting 4, purling 2, knitting 9, and purling 2 all the way around. So once you get to the end of round 2, just going to slip the marker, and then we're going to start on round 3, which is knit 4, purl 2, C6B cable, knit 3, and then purl 2. So first we're going to knit 4, and we're going to purl 2, and then we're going to do a C6B cable. So that means we're going to slide 3 stitches onto this cable needle and hold it in the back. So I like to move them right into this groove here and pull it right off, hold it in the back. Then we're going to knit 3, then we're going to knit the 3 from this cable needle by sliding them down to the long end, knitting 3 off of there. Then we're going to knit 3, purl 2, and then we're going to start back over with a knit 4, and a purl 2, and then a C6B cable. So So we're sliding 3 stitches on here. And sliding them right off the left needle, holding them in back. Then we are knitting 3 regularly. And then knitting 3 off of the cable needle. Then we're going to knit 3. Purl 2. And then you're just going to keep repeating that same pattern all the way till the end of round 3. When you get to the end of round 3, for round 4, you're just going to knit the knits and purl the purls. So to start row 5, just going to slip the marker, and then we're going to do another C4F, purl 2, knit 9, purl 2. So it is the same as round 1. So you're going to knit 2 regularly after you slip those stitches, and then knit 2 from cable holder. Then you're going to purl 2, knit 9, purl 2, and then we're going to start that repeat over again. So we're going to start with the C4F, and you're going to continue doing that repeat around till the end of this round. Once you finish that row on round 6, I'm going to slip the marker and then knit the knits and purl the purls. Once you get to the end of that row, we're going to start on round 7. Slip the marker. We're going to start by knitting 4. Purling 2. Knitting 3. And then we're going to do a C6F. So we're going to slip 3 stitches onto the cable needle, and we're going to hold that in front of our work. Then we're going to knit 3 regularly. And then knit 3 from the cable needle. Then we're going to purl 2. And do that same repeat over again. So we're going to knit 4. Purl 2. Then we're going to knit 3. For round 8, which is the last round of this portion, you're going to knit the knits and purl the purls. So once you finish round 8, you are done with one section of the patterning portion. So you're going to repeat rounds 1 through 8 2 more times for a total of 3 times for the repeat. And then you're going to do rounds 1 and 2 again before you move on to the crown. If you don't do rounds 1 and 2, your cables won't line up as you move into the decrease, so make sure you do that. And then it should be looking something like this. Once you're done with the 3 rounds of the patterning portion, I'll see you next week for the crown portion.